Alrighty, next game up here, and we get a little bit of a twofer here. We're going to go a little bit of a twofer here at the Jags and Rams game. We're going to watch Trevor Lawrence because we were supposed to watch him last week in our film study, but we just didn't have time. And luckily for us, the narrative that we were going to watch last week was that Trevor Lawrence is one of the most unclutch quarterbacks that there is in the entire NFL, and I get he's a rookie, but geez Louise. So we were going to watch all of his third down shortcomings last week, but thank goodness he's still unclutch and we can still watch his third down shortcomings as well this week. And then also we had the Rams. They hit our redemption goal. We called them frauds 2 weeks ago coming into this game. We set a bar for them. They hit that bar. They are no longer frauds, but I do kind of want to take one last look at Matthew Stafford's incompletions to see if we still need to be worried that he's missing wide open throws and missing wide open reads and all that. Yes, they're winning games, but they're not beating the best teams. They got it done against the Jags. And once again, y'all kind of, fooled me a little bit on the Bills. Y'all had me buying the Bills after, early on in the season. We were like, hey, watch out. The Bills, this is where they struggle. And once again, we're seeing the same struggles here. And I don't want y'all to kind of get your hooks in me about the Rams as well. So let's break down Matthew Stafford's incompletions. And hopefully we're not seeing the same things that we were seeing early on in the season while we had our reservations on the Rams. So let's start here with Trevor Lawrence and all of his shortcomings and why they just cannot move the ball consistently and why they're putting up like 7 points a game up here. So here we go. First drive here, it results in a fumble. That's not Trevor Lawrence's fault. So I'll give Trevor Lawrence a little credit there. You didn't fumble the ball this game. Did you even throw an interception? Did he have a flawless game? Did Trevor Lawrence have a flawless game? He lost one fumble but didn't lose it. So I guess no turnovers is the greatest thing by Trevor Lawrence. This is a nice building block to really build off of. Let me go to Trevor Lawrence's stats very quickly because I want to say he has like a turnover in every single game. This may be his first game that he doesn't have a turnover. Let's quickly bring this up. Here we go. Trevor Lawrence. Here we go. Game 1, 3 interceptions. Game 2, 2 interceptions. Game 3, 2 interceptions. Game 4, no interceptions. Did he fumble the ball? Where are your fumble numbers at, my man? He didn't fumble. All right, so this is his second non-turnover game. After that, 1 interception. Game 6, no interceptions. Did he fumble? Oh, he fumbled and lost it. All right, so still only 1 game of no turnovers. Then we're at week 8 against Seattle. After the bye, you throw a pick? Come on, Trevor. All right, here we go. Okay, he's got a 3-game streak here of no interceptions. Here we go. Against the Bills, week 9, no interception, no fumble. Week 10 against Indianapolis, no interception, 2 fumbles, 1 lost. Week 11 against the 49ers, no interceptions, no fumbles as well. So that's 3 games. Then we have last week against Atlanta, the fumble, and then this week, no interceptions, no fumbles. He fumbled but didn't lose it. So 4 games so far this season of no turnovers. Okay, he's getting a little bit better. Okay, we'll give him a little credit for that. But back to Trevor Lawrence not getting it done on third down. Here we go. And why the drive stalls. So first drive stalls because of the fumble. Second drive stalls because we get a 3rd and 7 and he only throws for 3 yards. I mean, once again, just not going to the boundary, dinking and dunking, not picking up the first down, not getting it done. So let's see here. I think they signed us out again, so we'll have to go through this for the fourth love of God time today during the show. Absolutely trash website. We know this. All right, so here we go. Let's sign out, sign back in. Classic. Alrighty, bear with us, folks. The content is coming, folks. Relax, okay? I don't know what you want from me. This is the only flaw of the show, NFL.com. The biggest flaw of a football-centric sports talk show is the actual official NFL.com. Riddle us that, folks. I don't know what y'all want from me. All right, so here we go. We're back logged in. We're back to the game. Do y'all see what I go through on a weekly basis here to give y'all the best content that there is on Wednesdays, folks? Wednesdays film studies at Takes by Fans. Come on, folks. All right, here. We're back. We've got the plays up here. We've got the film up. All right, so now let's start clicking and talking on these third downs. So here we go. First drive, fumble, not on Trevor Lawrence, but then we get the 3rd and 7. Let's see, smart read, was there anything open? Here we go, down 10 points. 5 minutes into the game, down 10 points. You got to do something here, Trevor. Here we go, dinks it down, actively takes the check down for 3 yards. You're just giving up. You're giving up at this point. Trevor, can you please be aggressive? Let's see, was there anything open? We've got the all-22 here. Was there anything open here that he should have thrown the ball? Yeah, probably right here. You've got to squeeze this ball in right here. I know it's a tight-ass window, but this is where you got to throw the ball. That's really all that we can see because he throws the ball literally 2 seconds to the check down. So, I mean, this man is just actively saying, yeah, we'll get it on the next drive. But you don't get it on the next drive because on the next drive, you're thinking, oh, well, we'll get it on the next drive. You're down 10-0. Can you be a little aggressive and go for the first down marker, please? Jeez. At least attempt it. Oh, you throw 10 yards down the field and it's incomplete. Oh, well, you throw 3 yards. It's incomplete. Or you pick up 3 yards and you still bring up 4th down. So what's the difference? Be aggressive, Trevor. Make the mistakes. This is your rookie year. You're already not seen as the number 1 rookie of your draft class. So what do you have to lose at this point? Mac Jones is better than you. What do you have to lose at this point? Be aggressive, please. It's not all on Urban Meyer. He deserves a lot of it, but Trevor Lawrence deserves a big part of it as well. He's not getting really that better as quickly as he needs to be. Now, we'll shout out Trevor Lawrence right here on this touchdown drive. We'll see how many passes he throws. But touchdown drive, they're down 10-0. He goes down and scores a touchdown, makes it 10-7. I will give him credit for that. But this was the only points he scored all game. Let's see this drive. We're not going to watch the drive. We'll talk through this drive of what it took to get this 7 points. So here we go. 1 yard run by Trevor Lawrence. He scrambled. We get a pass incomplete. Trevor Lawrence, 28-yard, big play. Let's watch this one. Was this a dink and dunk that broke big, or did Trevor Lawrence actively go down? And this is on 3rd and 9, so let's see what he did here. 3rd and 9. There we go. Goes over the middle of the field. Do you see what happens when you throw to the boundary, when you throw to the first down marker? First down marker is right here. Let's see. He threw right to it. He threw a yard past it. Yes. And then it breaks big, and it's able to go for another 5, 10, 15 yards. Trevor Lawrence, see what happens when you push the ball down the field. You get the touchdown. You score when you pick up the first down. That's what we want to see. Thank you. Let's continue on here with the drive. We get a -1 yard run, a -1 yard pass, and then we get a 10-yard run. On 3rd and 12, they call a running play. They call a running play, folks. They don't even trust Trevor Lawrence on 3rd and 12. They trust him on 4th and 2. Let's see what he does here on 4th and 2 to pick up this first down. Aggressiveness here by the Jaguars. Why not? At the Rams 38-yard line. And man, oh man, this is a tight-ass window that he fit this ball into. Holy cow. Here we go. 4th and 2. Goes past the boundary. That is a tight, I don't know how that wasn't intercepted or batted down. I'll give the credit to the receiver right there. Very well done. And who is that? Number 11. Jones Jr. Shout out to him. All right. So that was a nice 4th down pickup. Thank goodness. And then we get a rush for no gain, 2-yard run, 9-yard run by Trevor Lawrence, 9-yard run by Hyde, 7-yard run, 2-yard penalty, and then a touchdown because of a 1-yard run. So Trevor Lawrence had 2 throws here, 1 on a 3rd down and 1 on 4th and 2. Got it done because he actively threw to the boundary. Now, let's see. Does he keep this up for the rest of the game? They scored no more points, so I'm assuming not, but let's give him the benefit of the doubt here and watch these plays. Here we go. We get a 3rd and 9. All right. Doesn't pick up the 3rd and 9. Let's see how he handles it. Here we go. 3rd and 9. At their own 40-yard line. Dropping back to pass. Some solid time to throw. About 2.5 seconds. Tua could have gotten this ball off. No problem. But let's see. Was there anything open here? Let's bring this to the all-22. And let's see what we get. Here we go. Trevor Lawrence. One running back in the backfield. You get number 7 right here. You throw this one. He's able to kind of race to the corner. There's a throw to be made right there. But he waits too long, and then he gets brought down. So there was a quick window. Didn't take it, and he gets brought down for a sack. Nothing else was really open, though, on that play. All right, one thing was open quickly. All right, here we go. Next drive, we get a 3rd and 4. Trevor Lawrence. Okay, let's see what we get here. Got to pick up this first down. Got to keep the drive moving. Got to try and, erase this deficit that is now up to 13-7. You're at the Rams 40-yard line, 3rd and 4. Here we go. Trevor Lawrence, play action. and he fumbles the ball. Once again, I mean, hesitation on the read option, whether to hand it off or not. Let's see, should he handed it off? The edge doesn't really crash down that much. Wasn't really looking at Trevor Lawrence, so seems like he wanted to keep the ball, but then that miscommunication, ball on the ground. So indecisiveness by Trevor Lawrence right there to keep it, and they lose 2 yards. Do they punt here? They do punt on 4th and 6. They don't go for it. Aggressiveness a little bit earlier when they were like at the 40-yard line of the Rams, and now that you're on the 43, you're going to punt? What's up with that? Nothing to lose, right? So... all right, aggressiveness and then not aggressiveness in kind of the same exact situation. Interesting. All righty, and then the last drive here is the end of half drive, so can't do anything with that. 19 seconds, so we're not going to even watch it. We're not going to weigh any of that against Trevor Lawrence or for Trevor Lawrence. All right, here we go. Next drive. First drive out of halftime. Still in the game. Down 16-7. 2 possessions. Still in the game. No reason to kind of, mail it in, phone it in for the rest of the game. First drive, we get a 3rd and 5. Can Trevor Lawrence pick up this 3rd and 5? Here we go. Dropping back to pass. Pressure coming relatively early and then just throws it up. I'll give him throwing it up. It's still kind of being thrown away, but at least you threw the ball. I'll give him that. All right, was there anything open on this 3rd and 5 play? The safety valve check down route was kind of open right off the rip right here, and may have been the right decision. Oh, you've got this dude. You've got this dude right here wide open. I know the pressure is coming right as this receiver is wide open now, but you've still got to just throw this ball, and that's who he was trying to throw to, but it's just way underthrown. I mean, there it was. It's open here. Did he need a scramble out of the pocket here? Stand tall, stand tall, stand tall. Yeah, he did kind of need to get out. That's tough, man. You got to keep your eyes down the field a little bit. Still, I think he still needs to make the throw, folks. So something open, a check down open right off the rip that he could have taken, and then a deep shot 20 yards down the field that was wide open, absolutely wide open. All right, next drive, we get a 4th and 1, and they go for it at the Rams 37-yard line. They got to get the touchdown right here because they are down 23-7, I believe, at this point. Let's bring it back in the broadcast. We get the nice ground view, 23-7 at the Rams 37-yard line. Here we go, 4th and 1. 4th and 1, and they're not QB sneaking with Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence tries to hit the dunk down right here, and Jalen Ramsey makes a great read, comes over the top, bats the ball away. I don't know if I like this play call right here. Everyone's sitting on the comeback. I mean, what are we going to do here on 4th and 1? It's not going to be anything deep. So, I don't know why you're not running QB sneaking on 4th and 1 with Trevor Lawrence. What is up with that? And why are you shotgunning on 4th and 1 anyway? It makes no sense. So bad play calling there. Try to get the execution. Great defense by Jalen Ramsey. All right, then the next drive here, we get a fumble here that's not on Trevor Lawrence. So we give Trevor Lawrence a little credit for not being bad there. But then here we go, 3rd and 6, the last 3rd down that we're going to show you. The last one really of the game. 5 minutes left here. Down 30 points. Down 37-7. 3rd and 6 at the Rams 43-yard line. Trevor Lawrence on 3rd and 6 here. Dropping back to pass. Stepping up in the pocket. I mean, there's a lot of pressure right here. I don't really think he's going to be able to get this ball off. Let's see if there was anything open. Pressure came basically immediately, but we'll see one last time. In the all-22, was there anywhere that Trevor Lawrence should have went with the ball quickly? Pressure comes kind of immediately right here. Yeah, you've got the crossing route open in the middle of the field, but, I mean, the pressure is just too much to really even look down the field. I mean, the man gets blasted, so... Trevor Lawrence is still not great. This Jaguars team overall is not good. But Trevor Lawrence, I mean, you've got to get a little bit better out here. You've got to stand a little bit taller in the pocket, keeping your eyes down the field a little bit longer, and standing in there and making the throws. You've got to make the throws. I know it's hard. The pressure's there. The offensive line is letting you down, but you must make the throws. You're also a rookie, so we give you a little bit more of a free pass, but you must make the throws. Got to make these throws. Can't keep putting up. I mean, what have they been putting up number-wise these games? All right, here we go. Their score totals through game 1 through game 13. Here we go. We have 21 points. Good. That's solid. I'll give them 21. 13, 19, 21, 19, 23. They got the win. Fantastic. 7, 9, 17, 10, 14, 7. I mean, this last stretch when we know defenses truly kind of come out in the back half, second half of the season, and this is the trend in the NFL literally every season long, folks. The defenses get better. There's more tape of how you shut down your opponents. Defense gets better as the season progresses right here. And over since week 8, which is basically the midway point, we have 7 points, 9 points, 17, 10, 14, 7. You're not winning a game by not putting up more than 20 points. Yes, you beat the Bills with 9 points because the Bills are trash. We now officially know this. So, man, oh man, you've got to start moving the ball a little bit more, and you do that by picking up the third downs. All right, we're not moving off of this game just quite yet. We've got to kind of watch the other quarterback here, and that is good old Matthew Stafford. We've got to watch his incompletions. Yes, they put up 37 points. Yes, they kind of hit all of our check marks, which was 35-plus points. They did that. We wanted to see 250-plus passing yards. They hit 295. We wanted to see 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. They got 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. And we wanted to see 100-plus rushing yards. So they checked all of our boxes for their redemption game this week, but we still have this overall, I don't know if I want to call it a narrative because it's true, we've seen it. This overall narrative of the Rams of Matthew Stafford not putting a complete game together because he's been with the Lions his entire career. He's not used to being great every play throughout the course of one game, let alone an entire season into the playoffs when they're kind of Super Bowl kind of contenders right from the rip. So Matthew Stafford, we've seen him real early on in the season, miss the wide open reads, miss wide open throws that you need to make. Any quarterback needs to make because they're wide open, and especially highly regarded quarterbacks, which is Matthew Stafford. Everybody just kind of gives him a free pass because he was with the trash Lions for his entire career. Going back to Matthew Stafford never being 100% under the microscope for let alone an entire season or an entire game or anything like that. So when Matthew Stafford is a little inconsistent and missing wide open throws, it's alarming because we see them not beat the best teams quite yet consistently. So once again, we're still not 1,000% sold on Matthew Stafford. We're close, but we got to see, and we got to kind of make sure a little bit on a weekly basis that these incompletions are not too woeful, like woof, wow, that's a bad one that we've seen a little consistently throughout the season. So here we go. Let's start finding these incomplete passes. So here we go. First drive of the game, first quarter, first drive, 1 incomplete pass. They have to settle for a field goal right here. Once again, settling for field goals, another little red flag by the Rams. And, you know, we see the Bills settling for field goals as well, and we're seeing how they're doing now. So why we're watching this Rams team. But here we go. 3rd and 11 at the Jacksonville Jaguars 22-yard line. Here we go. Matthew Stafford empties out the backfield, gets the pass, solid time to throw, steps up in the pocket, and man, oh man, this is just a drop here by, I believe that's Reynolds, Josh Reynolds, number 18, I believe. Let me make sure Reynolds is even on the team before I start saying that. It is not Reynolds, so I don't, they had Josh Reynolds. What happened to him? Is that Von Jefferson, number 18? Let me quickly check. Number 12. All right. Well, whoever the receiver is just dropped it. We apologize for not instantly knowing the name. I know y'all are better than me because y'all know everybody's name right off the rip. And, you know, I get it, folks. Y'all are smarter than me. We get it. You don't have to say it every single time. But here we go. Matthew Stafford makes the right read. That's open. I mean, that's right in the chest. And that's just dropped by number 18. Who the heck is this? I do not see him. Number 18. He's got a longer last name. Is it Ben Skorkin? It is Ben Skorkin. So I'm sure y'all know him. Y'all are smarter than me. Once again, I get it, folks. All right. So that pass, that was not on Matthew Stafford. That's on Ben, and he's got to catch that. Come on, Ben. You've got to catch that. All righty. First incompletion. Let's keep a track here. That's not on our man Matthew Stafford. So we'll put a check by this play right here on our notes because that is a good throw. All right, and that picks up the first down as well. That was at the boundary. That's everything that we wanted to see. All right, so first incompletion. That gives us a nice green flag for Matthew Stafford. Good. All right, let's see if we can keep it up here. Next incompletion, second drive right here. And they get a touchdown in this drive, so overall, not too concerning, but we just want to see what this incomplete pass is looking like. Here we go. Matthew Stafford, first and goal from the 5-yard line of the Jags, dropping back, and is just going to kind of loft it up here. Now, not a good throw. It's double covered, but the overall sentiment of giving Cooper Kupp a kind of jump ball in the back corner of the end zone, we're all about it. There's also nothing else open here. Look at all this. This is all wide covered, folks. Very wide covered. So he just takes the shot. So I've got no problem with that, just kind of throwing it away as well. That is a good incompletion as well. All right, Matthew. All righty. Truly buying in, truly not frauds anymore. This is what we want to see. Hopefully we don't kind of have to change our mind watching the rest of these incompletions. There's 12 of them. We just watched 2, so we got 10 more up, folks. We can go through them quickly. No big deal. Here we go. Next drive. It results in a punt, and this one could be a little alarming. Let's see. We get back-to-back incompletions here by Matthew Stafford on 2nd and 5 and 3rd and 5. They're at their own 27-yard line. Let's see why they could not pick up this first down and move the ball like Trevor Lawrence, why we just knocked Trevor Lawrence for. So here we go. 2nd and 6. First incompletion. Play action. Pressure decent, and he just has to throw it to the feet of the receiver. Was there really nothing open here? We got to take this one to the sideline. Here we go. Or, yeah, the L22. Here we go. All right, let's see what Matthew Stafford was seeing here. It's the play action. Let's see, was there anything open here? Play action as he's coming out. There's really nothing open. All righty, so another good incompletion. Threw it to the feet, low and away. Fantastic. We'll give him credit for that incompletion. Now back to the broadcast, and let's watch the very following play on 3rd and 5 where he throws an incompletion as well. Here we go. 3rd and 6. Once again, empties out the backfield for an extra blocker right up front. I like this. And, just a little too high for OBJ right there. Definitely got to try and fit this ball in. I know it's a tough throw to get it over that first line of defense. Just sails on him. But that's enough space to fit this ball in. And especially OBJ. You really can't be throwing incompletions to OBJ because we know how he gets. His family gets. It could ruin the locker room. So I am going to have to put this one on Matthew Stafford. That is his first bad incompletion of the game. Also, it was a good read, but bad execution. So that is a knock on Matthew Stafford. All right. Next incomplete pass, we got to go to the second quarter. First drive, it results into a field goal. Not good, but that's not why we're watching this play. They run the ball the next 2 times and unfortunately have to kick a field goal on 4th and 1. But here we go. 1st and 10 at the Jaguars 33-yard line. Incomplete pass by Matthew Stafford. Here we go. It's a play action that was kind of muffed right off the rip there. Nothing doesn't seem like it seems like a lot of people were on the wrong page here. Matthew Stafford play actioning to the right, but there's nobody to the right. Or play actioning to the left, there's nobody to the left. Everybody's to the right. He's rolling out to the left here and seeing nothing open, and then just throws this ball absolutely nowhere near any receiver. Let's quickly take this one in the L22, see where everybody was. Matthew Stafford, plenty of time to throw this ball, but a broken play right off the rip because nobody kind of knew what was happening. So here we go. Matthew Stafford, I mean, if you could fit it in here, that's a tough throw to make. It's a tight window. I still believe you can make this throw. You've got this defender flowing to the left, so he's not going to be able to kind of stop immediately and come back to this ball. I think you can fit it in there quickly. I'm going to give him half one on this one. I'm going to give him a check and an X, a little bit of a half. A little bit of a check, though. So, didn't make any read right here and then tries to go back inside. So, I'm going to put that one a little bit on Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford, his level of caliber of quarterback play should have been able to fit that ball in there in that tight window. So, really, we should give him a little bit of an X, but overall, it was a busted play right off the rip. I don't know if that was miscommunication by Matthew Stafford or the receivers or whoever it was, so he just lives for another down. I'm not going to knock that too much, so we'll still leave it at kind of 50-50 good bad. All right, to the next one. Here we go. Second drive that results in a punt, and we get back-to-back incompletions here again. Back-to-back incompletions. He's only had back-to-back pass incompletions 3 times in this game. We saw one his fault, one not his fault, and now we get back-to-back incompletions here again. So here we go. Up 13-7, so still a game. Still need to put points on the board. Second quarter, 4 minutes left, and it's 2nd and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Here we go. Matthew Stafford, we got trips to the left here. Matthew Stafford going deep and just overthrows this ball. It's way behind as well, and there was check downs to take here as well. So this is on Matthew Stafford, aridly throwing this ball. I mean, that would have been, it would have been tight. You know, you're getting Cooper Kupp a little blasted right there, but yeah, we got to put that one on Matthew Stafford. This was his fault right here of this incompletion. Other places to go with the ball, and where he was trying to go, Cooper Kupp, it was open. He just threw it absolutely bad. All right, next play, another incompletion. Let's see, was this his fault or not? Here we go. Dropping back to pass here, plenty of time to throw. He's going deep. It's a one-on-one, trying to hit OBJ. I've got no problem with the deep shot right there. But once again, this is what Deshaun Jackson is for. Once again, OBJ should theoretically, every time OBJ's on the field, that really theoretically should be Deshaun Jackson, and he's your speedster for your deep ball. OBJ can't get past this last defender. Maybe Deshaun Jackson can, because that's what Deshaun Jackson does. So once again, that whole Deshaun Jackson thing was still the wrong move at the end of the day, and we're still going to stand by that. But I'm going to give him a check here. This is a good decision, a good throw. Give OBJ the chance there. It's a deep ball, one-on-one matchup, 50-50 ball. I've got no problem with that one. Alrighty. So on another back-to-back incompletions, one his fault and one not his fault. Or one good, one bad, whatever you want to kind of classify the checks and X's as. All right, here we go. Second quarter, third drive here, back-to-back incompletions again, and it results into a field goal. So we're going to weigh these very heavily now because, you know, trying to do something at the end of half, only up one possession right here, really want to get the touchdown and not settle for the field goal, but we get back-to-back incompletions here by Matthew Stafford. So here we go. First incompletion here at the 20-yard line of the Jags, dropping back to pass, and oh my God, yeah, this is on OBJ too. Watching this live, folks, OBJ has to make a better attempt. We know OBJ doesn't really like to sacrifice his body for the ball. That's why all the incompletions between Baker Mayfield and him. Maybe why Baker Mayfield didn't want to give OBJ the ball, because he doesn't try for the ball, folks. Once again, this is a little overthrown by Matthew Stafford, but I mean, OBJ still needs to make a play on this ball. You see him just kind of flinch going up because he knows the safety's coming over the top here. So this is on OBJ. It's a little bit on Matthew Stafford. I mean, you didn't even need to throw it like this. You didn't need to put him into danger's way, harm's way. I mean, folks, this is open right here. You drop this ball right in, and, you know, it's easy catch for OBJ, but you make him make a little bit of a dangerous catch right there, and OBJ's not the guy to go up and get this type of ball. His one famous catch was him reaching back out of bounds, not going up and mossing somebody, not like a DeAndre Hopkins last year, Hail Murray going up over 3 defenders and catching a ball. No, it's OBJ, reach back like 1-3. So still, OBJ, but I'm going to put this one on Matthew Stafford as well. This is on both of them. We're going to give Matthew Stafford the X here on this throw. Alrighty, and then the next incompletion here. Very next play, once again, still in the red zone. Once again, have to settle for the field goal after this throw. So here we go. Matthew Stafford, empty backfield. That looked to be a false start to me, but he dinks it down, and this time it's Von Jefferson, and that's the incomplete pass. And this is a little bit of a dink down. It's only 3rd and 3, so you can pick up the first down. I've got no problem with the throw right here. Let's watch this one more time. It's right in the gut. He's got to make that catch right there. So that is a good throw by Matthew Stafford. Alrighty, we've got 3 more incompletions left here by good old Staffy. So let's watch these, and then we will total up the tally and see if we should officially be buying this Rams team officially back. So here we go. Next incompletion on a touchdown drive. So overall, in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter. They still score points here. 2nd and 7 at their own 41-yard line. Here we go. Matthew Stafford, dropping back to pass. Pressure got there immediately. Avoided the pressure. Tried to dink it down just because he evaded the pressure. And I believe this got tipped at the line. This just got tipped. Okay, that did get tipped. So that is a check for Matthew Stafford there. Not his fault. Alrighty, next incompletion right here. Once again on the same touchdown drive that overall in the grand scheme of things doesn't change anything because they still score. But it's at the 1 yard line. First and goal at the 1. Matthew Stafford. It's a quick hitter. And this ball, I believe, I don't know what the hell happened here. Did this get batted or did this one just stay in his hand? Yeah, this one just like stayed in his hands. He was going to hit Cooper Kupp. He was wide open over the middle of the field, but the ball just kind of stuck in his hand right here. Let's watch this one more time. Ball just stuck in his hands. I don't know what the hell that was, but I have to put it on Matthew Stafford because it just stuck in his hands and it was wide open. All right, the last incompletion here. Here we go. One more incompletion. His fault, not his fault. It's a touchdown drive. Doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things, but here we go. First and 10 at the Jacksonville's 13-yard line in the red zone again. Ooh. Here we go. Empty backfield. They're up 30-7. Here we go. First and 10. Going, a nice little floater, and that's, oh my God, this has got to be caught. A nice little floater in the back of the end zone right here. It's wide open. He throws it beautifully. Defender has to turn, or receiver has to kind of do a little spin to try and catch this ball. A little bit of a back shoulder catching animation. Don't believe he needed to make the animation. Excuse me. Man, maybe Stafford could have put it a little bit more on the money, but I still think that's a good throw by him. I'm going to give him a check here. So out of 12 incompletions, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 good throws by Matthew Stafford. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 his fault, and then 1 split. So 7, 4, and 1. 7, 4, and 1. Is that good? 7, 4, and 1? Over 50%. All right. So I still think, especially given that they achieved the bar this week, we are still buying this Rams team as close to 100% as we can. We will officially call it 90% just because it was against the Jags. But overall, doing what you're supposed to do, taking care of business. We can't knock taking care of business. So Rams back on our good side, not a frauds. Buy them 90%. Got the win, back on their good side. They're back on our good side. Alrighty, I still want to get to the Ravens and Steelers, but I want to spend some time on that because I want to dissect Lamar Jackson and truly break down his passing, how good he can throw. First of all, is he a good thrower? And then second, how good is he as he's going from like 0 to 5 yards passing, 5 to 10, 10 to 15, and then 15 plus. So I want to go and spend a little time on Lamar Jackson. We don't have enough time to fit that into today's show, so we will try to get to that. Won't get to that tomorrow, I'll tell you that right off the rip, but we could potentially try and get to that on Friday's show.